I am in no way trying to promote Temu as a reputable seller of good products, but everything I've ordered from them has arrived timely. If it doesn't, they give you $5. Half the time, I didn't even realize that stuff was like a day late because I could care less, and they give me $5. So everyone that's worried about Temu and the Chinese spyware and all this other shit, stop worrying, because everything we use, everything we put our information into gets networked. So let's get to the video. I bought almost all these knives on Temu, mad cheap. Some of them are not worth a penny. These little guys like this, don't buy them. You can bend them with your fingers, unless you want to just use it for opening letters or cutting the tape on cardboard. They all come with a nice little positive click sheath. That guy goes in there. The other cheapo is this one. Super thin spine. You know, coming from China, you don't know what type of metal they are. You don't know what brand they are. So you're really just kind of buying stuff based on looks. These looked cool. They're cheap. So I bought a bunch of them. Over time. I didn't buy all these at the same time. But this is another one. Little cord wrapped handle. Paracord. But this thing, you can bend it with your fingers. And it comes with this cheap little sheath. Piece of shit sheath. One of the better knives is this guy here. It comes with this sheath, full tang, solid knife. Obviously, no name, no blade steel. It came sharp. I don't know how it will sharpen, but that is a decent knife that can attach to MOLLE, and it can attach to a belt. It's got multiple ways to attach. I would say for the $15 or whatever, this is worth it. I ended up getting the green and the black, and let me just show you, because I left the black in its sheath. That is not going anywhere. This Kydex sheath was made for this knife. Even though it's a cheapo, it fits really good. It is not coming out of there. So whether you want to hang it like that, or like that, like that, like that, however you want to hang this thing, it is not going to fall out. But not a high-end knife. One of the better ones, I think, is this little guy. It's got a thicker spine, thicker blade material. It came sharp. It's got this cool little sheath that's got a couple of sharpening rods on it. They might claim that one's a ferrite or whatever for starting fires. I don't know. I couldn't get a spark off of it. Little compass. Who knows if that even works. Compass flips up so that when I'm lost, I can signal for some help. Anyways, that's this little guy. A little neck knife off of Temu. A couple bucks, maybe $10 at the most. Bought this one here. Very cheap. Tanto knife. I probably will never use it for anything. It came sharp. I highly doubt it has a full tang. Look at the lanyard hole. I don't see any steel in there, and I only see one pin in the handle. I bet you the steel stops somewhere around there. When you want a good knife, you want what's called a full tang, meaning the metal goes all the way down through the handle to the bottom. You should be able to see the steel down there. This guy right here, a few bucks off of Temu. Came with some paracord if I want to wrap the handle. Not bad. One piece of steel. I'm not going to believe anything that it says. What does it say that this is like 50, 51, 5CR 15 type of carbon. Well, it's all carbon steel, but you know, this would be fun to throw at something. Little neck knife here. They call this a fruit knife. It does have a full... you know what? No, I'm not sure if it has a full tang, but this was one of the ones I said was better just because it feels sturdy. It's got a decent sized spine, and it came sharp. A lot of the Chinese knives won't even come sharp. And then let me just show you. Temu does sell knockoff clones. Watch out. Don't buy something that says it's made by Benchmade. It's not a real Benchmade. This is, okay? A real Benchmade emissary, or any Benchmade, is going to cost you well over $100 up into the $200s. This is an assisted open Benchmade emissary. It uses what's called an access lock. And even on Temu, they have knives that have this access lock. Okay, that's what makes it so you can close it. It's an assisted opening blade, and you pull the access lock down to close the blade. Alright, on Temu, the Benchmade butterfly won't look correct. It'll probably cost about $20. It's not a real Benchmade. Alright, real Benchmades come with a nice bag. They come with either black, gold, or blue box. This is the blue class. There's a black class. There's a black class and gold class. And it should come with a nice box like this with an instruction manual. They have a lifetime sharpening program. There's information about the access lock. So don't buy a clone. Just buy the cheapos for fun. And I would go, if you're looking for something that's more tactical, this particular blade is all over the place on that site, and it's like, many variants of it. So far, I would say this is the most sturdy one and the nicest sheath. I liked this because it has such a thick spine on it. I was like, that's a pretty badass blade. I don't mind beating on that, but to come with a broken tip on a Tanto is pathetic. And it actually had a nice solid Kydex sheath. So that thing's worthless. This is a real Benchmade H&K collaboration Tanto with a micarta handle. This is a heavy ass, badass, military style knife. It's heavy. A lot of guys probably wouldn't carry this knife, but it is a nice knife. I got this years ago. It's a collab between Benchmade and Heckler & Koch. That's one of my decent ones. That Benchmade is one of my decent ones. The rest of these are all from Temu. So order yourself some blades from Temu. They've got a ton of them. Just look up knives or pocket knives. There's a ton. Just watch out for the clones, because they're not real.